Alright. 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 I think to some extent. We're fine to go again. How about that? Hi Justin, how are you doing? Very kind of you to show up, very nice to see you. As I say with people generally in the stream, it's kind of people to show up at all. You may not be able to see this, but I have added an artist badge to your profile, Justin. It might not appear correctly, but it should come up at some point, at least to some extent. And it doesn't do anything, but it does indicate that you've very kindly made things like my channel background art. So there we are. There's that. On YouTube, of course. Hi Minstraft. There's a couple of attempts to get that right. That's no problem. It doesn't cost me anything to do, obviously. But we're gonna try and maybe JAZZPUNK again for a little bit. Not sure for how long exactly, but it's not gonna be that long. I'm gonna have a little while on it and see what we can get done. If we can get a personal best, that would be great, but it's also possible we won't as well. Very likely we won't, in fact. Right. Let's see what we can get done here then. Going to do my classic save corruption first to set up a glitch, which we will need later on. I could always commentate about things I'm doing a bit more. I don't think people are that interested. That interested. Go back for that. I believe Savage also has the artist badge for my Twitch channel. That's the exclusive, totally highly exclusive club there. The people. I do enjoy JAZZPUNK. It's
down, honey.
far cry from Paint Standard, obviously, in terms of what you can actually do, but certainly good fun for speedrunning it. And I've also got some Skyrim OST in the background because it's well, it's just relaxing and nice, and it's a bit different to the retro wave which I exhausted yesterday. Now, my stream title and stuff probably says JAZZPUNK still. I haven't checked it, but I hope it does. Hi, Creeper King. Very nice to see you. Yes, we are indeed back. This will probably be my last stream for a little while again, a couple of weeks at least. Because I do really have to do some work after this. But just for the moment, I thought it'd be better to get one more stream in. Get a few speedruns in, other stuff like that.
Find the mailbox marked with chalk on this.
That's incredibly cool. Thank you for that, JAZZPUNK. It's gonna be over a minute, or whatever.
Welcome back. Our benefactors
Slightly increase the movement.
I hope you're ready for another job.
What's it called? I can't remember. The smoothness, anyway, because at maximum it's really silly and difficult speedrun with it, but it looks choppy and annoying if you have it at the minimum as well. So.
Particularly valuable.
Might not even be noticeable, but I've still got it.
Estimated value on the red market's over 25 billion yen.
Got a 1 in 6 discode submitted it. It's pretty consistent today. I've verified a couple of your runs. I haven't done a lot of them because it's not about no time. It's just I've been doing other things
if you don't mind,
in between them. I've just been verifying them. But thank you. Yes, sending the files is very helpful. It makes it a little bit quicker because Rumble doesn't have a good way of downloading videos that I'm aware of, as I was discussing yesterday. little bit too high, but we should be able to guide in without any save loads. Oh, god damn it. Got landed on the chopping board. Unfortunate. God damn it! It's got another average failure of some sort.
Down, honey.
Well done, come on. Pay a bit of attention. Crap, mate. Probably annoying everyone. Oh well.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
But yeah, as I was just saying, Skyrim OST in the background because I've exhausted my miniature retro wave playlist. If you have any suggestions of a playlist, there's mostly not got anything that's horribly copyrighted on, then do feel free to send it over. No worries, Tipo, that's very kind of you to show up at all. Very welcome to lurk or just leave, that's also fine, but nice to have you. And good luck on Disco, of course, as well. Better luck than I'm having with this anyway. Well, actually, I say luck, there's not really any luck to this, I'm just messing it up a bit every time.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
Both of my input buttons are set to left click and right click, which you might be able to hear coming through the microphone. And I'm wondering if maybe I should set one to E so I can press the keyboard and the mouse at the same time. It feels like it would be quicker. So I'm not a hyper tapper or anything like that. Wait till one of them shows up to the Flavor Nexus leaderboard, they'll just destroy the whole thing immediately.
Find the mailbox marked with chalk on the side.
Oh god. Just gotta be a bit more careful when I'm jumping into that, really. Good to see you have the good luck on Disco because it's good to know someone's getting it.
Honey. The defector will be right with you.
I still haven't got that Saloon World Record, I need to think about that a bit more carefully. Not that I was ever necessarily in line for it, but something I'd like to have because I think it's possible. It's within my reach. As someone, I think like I'm Biker Bar, I'm just not a bit sort of. There's been quite a lot of years of Biker Bar, and I continually feel like I'm outdated on the strategies. And right now the strategy seems to be mostly to use shockwaves upstairs again. That was the case for a brief period as well, so going back a little bit on things.
Find the mailbox.
Bit clumsy of me.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude.
Best game you'll ever witness, JAZZPUNK. I think that's not an unfair analysis. What's JAZZPUNK? It's an excellent game, I have to say. Well, it's an indie game that's been made a number of years ago. It's heading towards its 10-year anniversary. It's a game that has no plot that I can easily explain, but I do recommend checking it out. It's amazing. Brilliant fun for an hour or two of your life, and then you are pretty much finished with it. But there are loads and loads and loads of references and loads of things to do. And it is kind of a story-driven RPG, essentially. It is very, very small scope RPG, certainly not sandbox or anything like that. There is a basic story, and then you follow along with these different types of quests. I'm doing a speedrun right now, which skips over a lot of that. That's a bit late. That's very late. Is it worth continuing that? Not really. It's very early, sorry. 51,707 in game, that beats me, so well done. It's not an RPG. You do roleplay as Polyblank, that is the definition of an RPG. You roleplay as Secret Agent Polyblank, not that he's really that secret or an agent, but the game is, in the very loosest way possible, is a little tiny bit like Blade Runner. That's not the best analysis of it though, really. You do a lot of things that kind of feel like you're in Blade Runner though. So, yeah. There's even a side mission where you kill a bunch of real applicants, or retire them, sorry. And the joke is you're giving them retirement parties and not actually killing them, but I don't want to ruin too much of the game. That's just one aspect of it.
Find the mailbox.
I do hope that people still go out and try and play this game themselves, because it's... Truly, there's nothing like this game in the whole world. It's just in a world of its own in terms of the creativity and the references and stuff, everything.
Welcome back.
It's not like Pen Red bad, it's just a very different type of game.
I hope you're ready for another job. As a biotech engineer working for Ratio Corp.
Drinking some pomegranate juice is a bit funky. It's not too bad.
Instar connections seem to have
It's probably not that healthy, to be honest. I don't know why I would drink it if I'm not absolutely loving it. It's a very fizzy sort of thing. From France.
We need you to extract this from them at any cost.
Because yeah, that means I'm probably in 6th or something now if you're...
I know you'll do well by me.
There we go. Yeah, JAZZPUNK was supposed to be a serious game, you're quite right. I don't know much more information than that. I've only heard that through Jacksepticeye's playthrough. I've not even heard about it from Luis Hernandez on Twitter, but apparently it was supposed to be a serious game and they just decided they liked the jokes more. Which is a nice decision, I suppose. Oh, that was a bit funky, but we might be okay here. Maybe. It's a bit hard to say. Oh, bollocks. Hang on, let's see if we can jump backwards. Oh, we could, but not quite. Hang on, let's just practice that for a minute. Not that. Not that safe. This is an Alt-Tab glitch if you're interested to know about it. This is an Alt-Tab out of the game, then you get a huge amount of momentum. Surprisingly late. But Justin, do you have any more information outside of the Jacksepticeye video where he says that? Because that'd be cool to hear about. I always like hearing anything I don't know about this game. It does still happen occasionally that you hear things like that.
You have powerful no influence.
You wonder if JAZZPUNK's actually normal time is about 20 minutes. Yeah, so the glitchless world record for this game is 17.5 minutes or something. So all of the glitches together only save about 4 minutes right now at the best pace. But you can very sort of, if you just follow the story and don't really get distracted at all, you can finish the game in half an hour or something. But actually, it's under 20 minutes, yeah. The glitchless speedruns, no glitches at all. It is under 20. Yeah, it's 17.5 is like the world record for glitchless, whether you don't use any glitches at all. Then any percent world record is 13.5 minutes, so you save about 4 with all of the glitches at top pace. It's a good comparison. Of course, those world records can still be improved, but not by massive amounts. Oh, hang on, that was a bit weird. Why would I do that? Slightly slow consulate, but it's alright.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to
The 50s aesthetic as JAZZPUNK is amazing. Yeah, I think it has its own name. The aesthetic is called retrofuturism. It's kind of the stuff you see in Blade Runner as well. You get sort of Asian fusion of everything in the American world. We live in a country in this game called Japanada, which is essentially Japan, part of China, USA, Canada, all in one.
We need you to extract this from them at any cost.
I don't know how it comes about. The world map is properly crazy in this game. I mean, I don't know what would have to happen for that world map to come about, but it was pretty cool. The retro-futuristic aesthetic has a lot of things like old monitors and wired headphones and things like that still exist, even though they really shouldn't with the amount of technological progression that goes on. And you've got circuit boards everywhere that are far too large and inefficient for this day and age, if you like. Although, we don't actually know what year it is. We know that it's after 1917B, that's about all we got. 1917B isn't even a year we can translate to human thing, you know. See if we can continue with this. This is not very good, but we can try.
You have poor fugu. No influence.
We can try. Remember the 5 paying the turnaround JAZZPUNK recording like it was yesterday? The 5 bug.
Oh, I'm going to say.
Why am I not able to articulate, sorry, rationalise that sentence in my head? What the fuck is wrong with this? I pressed the game, nothing happened. That's not worth continuing. So he does throw up his stomach, yes, that's the idea. His kidney is what we actually steal in the end. It's artificial one worth 25 million yen, apparently.
Down, honey.
That's the objective. And then the actual reason we need it apparently is for a steak and kidney pie, although that's... we don't know that at the time. We give him this fugu... fugu flavouring on one of the sushi dishes. That makes him very sick because fugu fish is extremely poisonous. I think you can have very small amounts in moderation and it's okay. But it's very bad for you.
Down, honey.
That's the idea behind it anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just get me out of Darlington. I want to actually be able to fail on things that are reasonable to fail on. Just failing on Darlington day in, day out. Well, you know, stomach in his stomach.
Down, honey.
Just failing on Darlington 3 times in a row. What's wrong with me? Come on. This is the easiest bit of the whole game. Pretty crazy. Oh, hi, Yakuza. It's very nice to see you. It's very kind of you to join in for a second, anyway.
Down, honey.
God, what is wrong with me? Just get off of fucking Darlington 1. It's not hard, Dan. So the big, like, kidney thing is 24 million yen. Is what it says. I guess that means that both the kidneys together would be 50 million yen, if they're exactly the same. The weirdest thing is it's an artificial kidney and he wants to make a steak and kidney pie with it, so it can't be that weird. No, you don't. No, you didn't distract me. Don't worry. That thing I should be able to do on autopilot now, anyway. As you can see, I've done thousands of attempts at this, literally. So it should be fine by now. Yeah, it's a very small break in the game there. You see a bunch of these things called save loads, where I just save and load and it skips a cutscene all over the place. If you're confused why I keep doing that. You probably aren't, I'm sure you've worked it out, but just in case. That was a really bad positional. Come on, I've played this game for hundreds of hours, I need to be able to do that correctly every time.
Welcome back.
How do I read chat while running? So, a lot of things, I've got 2 monitors, and the monitor I'm currently on is just the game and everything. And just to my right, I've got another monitor over here, which has got the chat on the near side, so if there's ever anything in the game that I'm doing on autopilot, that I've done hundreds of times, I know how to do, or as a cutscene, then yeah, it doesn't distract me, I promise, don't worry. I can just see it and things. Occasionally, if people send long messages, it does, and if I'm in beneath, I need to be sort of focusing for the whole time. This game has loads of sections, like right now I barely need to focus at all on what I'm doing. Like right now I've got 5 seconds where I can look over and have a look at things. I've got to go back to it a bit here. But as I say, I've done this game for hundreds of hours. It's not too, it doesn't require a huge amount of focus, it just requires focus on the glitches and some of the movement. That was too early. Not by much though, we should be able to get in without any additional loads. That's going to be a bit close, but we should be fine.
You have poor fugu. No influence, please.
Okay. Unfortunately, we don't get to see very much of the level, despite the fact I really like it too. I know what you mean. I do have 2 eyes. I can't move them independently, sadly, but it would be pretty cool. Oh man, that's also how I enter restaurants. Average. They do usually kick me out afterwards, but you should be able to. If you've got the kidney, you get the hell out of there. Very fun game to speedrun for many reasons like that. Okay, why? Why did that happen again? I have no words for this. Like, I'm going back into it. That should not happen.
This is your left.
I know the whole thing is a glitch, so it's silly of me to complain, but it's very silly. Like, I lost about 4 seconds doing that. Just because the game... I don't know. What does the QR code lead to? I don't actually know. I think it leads to a warning about how you're not meant to eat
Now I
it.
can finally make my steak in
At least that's the case with the pig. There's a pig later on in the game, which you don't see in this because we don't use it for any percent. In Glitchless, you would see it. There's a QR code on that.
In the meantime, I've set
Yeah, the old Taco Squad music is brilliant. Brutal B is called in the sound files, as he showed me. It's brilliant. It's way better.
Paid trip to Kai Tech Resorts. Now go on, get some R&D. You look like you can use it.
The game does get louder than me. That's very true. I think I might have to lower it to 10%. It feels like I'm shouting over it. To some extent, anyway. Okay, Kaitak. So I've got past the hardest set of glitches in the game. We need to do a few more here, and then the wet works is usually what makes or breaks the run for me. There is also golf, but usually that's not the end of the world. It just can go very wrong, and usually it does, but it's not that bad. I accidentally pressed the console button there, if you're wondering what happened. Losing all my time. Once again.
I am absolutely distracted by your radiance. Allow me to introduce myself. I am known as the editor.
Unfortunately, you can't actually use the console in the runs officially, but I didn't type anything in, so I'm sure no one will care. Yeah, the Hooligan Girl speaking Scottish accents is incredible comedy. I mean, I don't know how he came up with that. It was genius. There is jazz. It's all throughout the game. Most of it is in the credits. What is going on with Polyblank right now? Just rocking side to side. Why is my real time indicator always in the red? I'm not in the red. Hollow Knight all songs playlist? Okay, I'll remember. How did I say I was second on that? 0.7 even. I'm gonna literally go through the floor here. But for anyone watching this, I recommend speedrunning this game if you own it already, and then playing it casually if you don't, because it's a great speedrun. And it's a great game. There's basically no RNG at all, in the whole of any percent. There's 1 or 2 things you could argue are slightly RNG. But everything is really dictated by how the player goes about it, so it's pretty cool. This is not very good work so far. I'm missing every single early exit. That one wasn't very good. That was a bit better. This one needs to be earlier than that, please, Daniel. And this one is usually the one I messed up completely. Yeah, that's about right. There we go. That wasn't very good. We can proceed though. Let's see what happens. That's better than I thought it was. Alright, we'll see if we can get ourselves the dialogue skip. If I don't, I'm going to scream because I keep failing it on good pace. There we go. Dialogue skip. Fantastic. I uploaded a Works track a long time ago, yeah, because it's not on YouTube and it really annoys me. It's like Luis owns the rights to all this music and doesn't upload it on YouTube because it's not. Sadly, it's not world record paced because the world record holder is unbelievably good at this game and has all of the. It's like 20 seconds ahead of this run. But this is pace. This is a second place pace, if you like. Just go fast. If I can get Baxter's pad skip somehow, even though it doesn't exist. So we need to run as soon as the final one of these goes. I can't remember when that is, but we could be alright here. Why did he do that line immediately? He doesn't normally do that. Golf does need to go right, I want to point out. Everything else after that is pretty good. Yeah, I did lose all of my time in golf. It was an absolute nightmare. I hated that.
Over here. here, Polyblank.
Oh, I know why the splits aren't working. It's because I'm on...
Over here.
It's
No,
comparing
a
against
bit more.
real time again. Why is
A
it
bit
doing
more.
that? For
A
fuck's
little
sake.
to-
Okay, it doesn't
a
matter
little
too
to
much.
your
It'll
left.
probably be...
No, your
Alright.
other left. Go back a bit.
Hang on, does that mean I'm even
There we stop.
on
Yes,
personal best
there,
pace? I don't
there
know.
we
We'll have to find out, I guess.
Ah, Polyblank.
Probably.
We've been expecting you.
I'll get right to the point.
Great
You've
cutscene, I know
taken
what you mean.
something of mine, and so I've taken something of yours. That's the overarching principle.
It's very kind of 9 people to join in for this, genuinely, because JAZZPUNK is smaller than Paint and Sound Red in terms of the
And
active
it's
community.
imperative that you get me back in the right hands. I.e. my
Well, he does. The character does actually fall for Polyblank in the previous level. We didn't really see that cutscene, but he could be gay. But he did think we were a woman as well. So we are meant to be dressed as a woman there, but I skipped that bit.
Unharmed. As I won the
Because it's
dice
not
roll
in,
backstage,
any
I'll
percent.
go first. I guarantee you, there won't be one hint of foul play.
Crabs know more languages than you think, lad. We could just have a Spanish crab. It's allowed. Sometimes. Depends on the player. So this has got to go really well, the golf, because my last golf was bloody good.
Today. I almost went with that one myself.
So bang on there, and then we go down to
Consequences
there,
are
and
in
that
your
was
hands,
alright.
Polyblank.
That was really bad. But not as bad as it potentially could have been, so let's see. I'm not going to do the lineup because I still haven't actually memorised what it is.
I'm so surprised.
Oh, I imagine if it went in. Fuck's sake.
Most invigorating.
Oh, why does it
That needs to be
bonk?
on
Why
my
does it do
side.
that?
Don't let it get you down, Polyblank.
Why does it bonk? Why does it bonk? Why does it bonk?
We're just getting warmed up.
Ah. Okay, whatever.
You may choose.
What? I'm so dumb. That was entirely my fault. I'm not even going to blame the game for that. I just went for the wrong golf cart. Why was I not looking at the blue one? Ah! Okay. Why am I failing now? This is the most consistent part of the run. The last few minutes. Okay, so this is a bit where I'm going to rate a gravy boat. If I crash, the run's probably dead, but I don't think I will. I very rarely do that. Done it once or twice. It's quite hard to actually get a good time in this game. Ideally, I want to get like a low 46-second time. Mid to low 46-second time, because that would be consistent with what I'm usually able to do, consistent with my PV. Pretty consistent with second place, which I'm aiming for at the moment. Because my time is fucked, I'm not absolutely sure if I'm even on pace for that, so sorry about that. This is a super confusing run, but we'll see if we can actually do anything. How did I not notice my timer was busted before that? What is it? Okay, that's not good, but it's fine. You imbecile! You fucking editor bitch. Oh my god, I'm so... I might lose all my time on this section. This is really bad if I do. Obviously.
Suit up. However, I must warn you.
Okay.
I'm quite
Why is that in the
the
red?
average.
What is that in the red
Some like
for? I don't
the
understand.
video
Why is it so
virtuoso.
broken? Live split on this section. There we go. We won the tennis game. We won. We win these. What the fuck just happened?
I prefer to call this.
This game actually makes my brain hurt a bit sometimes. Run's dead. God damn it. The game just... That has never happened to me before. What the fuck? I have no idea what happened there. So why are my splits doing everything wrong? It keeps comparing against... Yeah, you got delayed. I've never seen that. So normally what happens is you drop this and then you can just do all of this
There's no way
immediately. But he
he's
just
been able
didn't...
to win that.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, we'll go and practice some golf for a minute, because it's not going that well. I've got to remember the lineup for this a bit. You got to go something around here.
I'm so
What was
surprised.
the lineup? Oh no, it's on this side, isn't it? Sorry, I'm being dumb. I didn't walk out. You gotta go back here and then do that. And then I don't remember what you do after that. Play some golf. We play some golf. Thank you for the rip run. It is indeed a rip run. Normally I just hit that medium sort of power like that, and then you get it to here, and then it's usually another hit in like that. But there is a setup for hole-in-one, which is a bit... I can't actually remember what it is. This is what really bothers me. I don't really remember. I have to go and check the guide. Should check the guide video. You have to do this, definitely. And then, I don't remember where you aim it, particularly. I know that there's one way you can do it, is by aiming here on mostly not full power, like about that. And that was pretty close, but it was a bit too powerful. You surprised how many APC max... He put up 4 levels on Pentatonic this week, did he really? That's mad. Okay, let me find the guide video. Hold up, sorry about this. I know this is not very fun live in stream to do strat finding, but it is pretty cool. What the fuck? What? How? Because I'm in bloody streamer mode, I can't even search for things. Okay, I'm watching the tutorial here.
So, I'm gonna go...
Because it is actually a really helpful tutorial. In many respects. Ah, I remember now. I remember. Yeah, you gotta line it up with like a button on this guy's shirt, dude. Hi, Amnesia. It's kind of you to show up in the JAZZPUNK gang. I was just watching Eames' fucking golf guide, which is super helpful and really useful. Let me just lower the JAZZPUNK game audio, as Zitrick said. Very helpful for him to point out. I do have to reset the game, unfortunately, because Kaitak will now soft lock if I go back into it. Oh yeah, it's a great guide. I mean, fundamentally fantastic guide. What does the keyboard key mean? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. It's yeah, the guide is useful. I think I made an 80% guide that might still be kind of up to date. I'm not sure how up to date it really is, but so the idea behind this is you apparently need to stand here, thereabouts, and then you've got to aim the power bar with this guy's top button, the top left button, and then it should be a hole-in-one. Or at least very close to being a hole-in-one. That is significantly better. This hole, however, keeps screwing up because it doesn't work. Oh, the icon beside people's names in chat. The T-Pose one is because he's a chat moderator, then Justin has one because he made some channel art for me, which is very kind. And no one else has one, I don't think, at the moment. There we go. Oh, that was so fucking close. That's annoying. Can do that. Yeah, that's one consequence of doing this first save load. He just fires from here, and I have no idea why that happens, but it is pretty glorious.
I'm so surprised.
So is that worth doing? Not really. It is a bit better, to be honest, but we'll see.
Most invigorating.
We then need to wait until he's finished. It's gone in the hole like that. You shoot about there, and then it doesn't hope it doesn't do that.
Don't let it get you down.
If you shoot directly over there like that, and you have to hope that the bounce is just really good.
We're just getting warmed up.
Okay, let's see if we can restart the game and have another go at it. That was a really good run. I'm sorry to have thrown it away. That's not very entertaining. Thank you, G-Force. I know that you might work, potentially, if I load you up. That's very helpful. Favorite part about your office is on the last hole, the ball randomly gets launched to the outer space. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's super annoying in runs, but it is pretty funny. Oh my god, just give me the key. I'm not in the mood for your antics, lad. That's no problem at all, Yakuza. Enjoy yourself, and thank you very much for showing up. Always nice to see people from the Pet and Standard community come together to check out JAZZPUNK. Of course, the two communities colliding a bit. And JAZZPUNK's going to be super disappointed when I stop doing this stream after about an hour, and then just do something else.
The vector will be right with you.
But, yeah, that's sometimes where it goes. Will next stream be more JAZZPUNK? Probably not, but I also might not actually do any streams for the next couple of weeks because I have to finish some very important work that I've not done. Yeah, do stream some attempts on this. It's always good fun because occasionally people like email show up and just tell you what you're doing wrong, and then you become a god gamer. And then if... Yeah, I mean, I think relearning this is not too bad. It's one of the reasons I think it's fun to keep picking up and not like constantly going at really hard. It's not too bad. There we go. And it takes about an hour to relearn completely. I think shaking off all the rust is a bit harder, but my RTA timer still is completely in the red most of the time. I don't understand why, but we'll see. Never really used Twitch because your old computer didn't work with it. My old computer was poorly on Twitch. It had like no ability to stream to the computer, but now I've got slightly better internet, much better computer. All good. Sub 14 is very possible. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll get it.
Estimated value on the red market.
My end goal, I want to say it's world record, but I'm never going to be able to take it off even realistically, so if I get a stable second place, that might be nice. Obviously, I'd like to get the world record. I don't think it's going to happen for me, because I'm just not good enough at some aspects of the game. His movement is completely mad. I have no idea. 1439, that's, yeah, don't worry. I think you'll be surprised how much time falls away if you get different glitches down perfectly. Like, I still can't do this glitch very well, and I've played hundreds of hours of this bloody game. Not that it's a bad game, it's just doing this for hundreds of hours is a bit tedious. I think we are stably on the platform, yes we are just about.
You have.
Oh no! Can that stop happening? Jesus, man, it's so annoying when you get stuck inside that wall. It only barely works, that trick. It's quite nice that it does work. But it so barely works that you can just fall outside the wall every time if you're not careful. Right, jump over the telephone cable, please. Thank you. You get it every like 15 attempts, a TV head skip. I can kind of give you a tutorial on that if you want. I can't do the over the building version consistently at all. I think it's to do with my frame rate, but I can get it basically every time now. I won't mess it up, don't worry, man. You blew an insane run on Disco. So what happened? Did you actually do something wrong with the katana just break in half and then everything else failed? Oh, fuck this game. It just doesn't work.
Find the mailbox.
Doesn't work, mate. Why can't I run sideways? No, it's not bad.
Welcome back.
You died him in the pimp with 7 enemies, katana was intact. Oh, you died, man.
I hope you're ready.
Sometimes that happens. Once upon a time, I actually got the
biotech engineer with
all bosses world record, and I think I died right at the end. And then I think at the time people were a bit skeptical that it actually counted, because it's only me and Emerald and Forks who ever talked on the server. So I just kind of said, okay, that's fine.
Red market for 25 billion yen. We need you to extract this from them at any cost.
Oh man, I've never had a katana that lasts that long. It's quite disappointing, really.
If you don't mind,
I wish I could.
To install.
Because, yeah, I've never had a katana that's lasted until the final enemy. I've been able to kill everyone with it, technically, who I wanted to be able to kill. Alright, come on, Fugu. I'm fed up with not getting this. That's too early. Only slightly, but still very annoying. Oh, I think I'm at... Wait, what? Fuck off, JAZZPUNK! I'm doing a save! Oh my god, sorry for overreacting about that. I'm fed up with things going wrong like that I feel like... I say there's no RNG in this game, but it actually doesn't really work that well.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
I totally got that. Did I not save there? Did I just not actually press the button at all? I swear I did. Require actually breaking my muscle memory and I have to think about it even harder. Yeah, I'm aware how rare it is. The katana would still be intact at that point. It's unbelievable. If you get it to that point. Obviously, the shockwave kills, if you're doing those, do make up a fair portion of the RNG now. Katana might still be in one piece if that works out. Hi, Creeper King. Had a decent looking attempt there that I messed up by not saving. It may have caught a glimpse of, I'm not sure. Oh my god, man. I cannot believe how bad I am at these tricks. I've done them hundreds of times. And simply cannot land them. Very annoying. Well, best of luck with any future attempts, Tipo.
Down, honey. The defector will be right.
Are you going for Disco World Record at the moment, then? Oh my god! Please! Just... It's not like I'm not paying attention. I'm focusing really hard on the start of it now because I keep messing it up.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
We all agree the Katana Boss chair is the worst part of Disco. Oh yeah. Oh my god, don't get me started on Katana Boss's fucking chair. Absolute pile of shite, that thing. It just ruins. It absorbs knives is the first problem with it. Second of all, it sends you into the shadow realm occasionally. It's so buggy. It's a bit like that clock. That fucking clock, man. I don't know. Oh, man. I just want to get a run that gets to the distance again, and like to golf where I can actually throw it away consciously.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
Or go all the distance. It's just, I just want something to happen. Okay, that's a 28 flat. That's quite cool.
Find the mailbox marked with chalk on the side.
That's weird.
Welcome back.
Boink.
Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude. I hope you're ready for another job.
What is your PB on Disco, Tifa? I can't actually remember. Sorry, not interrupt your run if you're doing something, but it's usually quite interesting to know, because I haven't really run Disco since I got my last personal best.
Estimated value on
I've not run it by itself. I've occasionally run it by 100%, of course.
We need you
Starts to run off and everything, but
any cost.
not by itself because it's just too frustrating. Really, really annoying.
If you don't mind, I've got
It really does annoy me more than any other scenario to actually run by itself, I think. I think that a lot of all of the scenarios to some extent are annoying in themselves, but Disco is just another level. The small timer below the main timer is the real time, so the one above it is removing all of the loads as I go through the run, which is really clever, and it's designed by the current world record holder. And we have one for Paint and Sound Red on PC as well. And it's really helpful, but the one below it just shows the actual time that is happening in real life. What the fuck? I'm pressing the buttons!
You have powerful.
Ah, why am I continuing this? It's so slow. Alright, whatever. I think there is, it's more than any of the other scenarios, I think luck is a factor on Disco. It's very weird how much it is dependent on luck nowadays, and it always has been, I suppose, because since it's discovered the katana can just use for everything. Maybe turn around there instead of walking backwards. I think that seems to be must be a lot faster. Don't bonk your head into that. It's not helpful.
This is your lap.
250, that's a shockingly bad time on there, isn't it? Goodness me. Why is it comparing
Fantastic.
against my personal best segments again? It is against my best ever segments. It's so frustrating. Compare against my personal best. God, sorry for getting annoyed with this. It's just no idea why it's doing that. Why does it keep doing that?
Now I can finally.
I just want to compare it against my best time. It can't be that hard. Surely not. It's... oh man. Wait, hang on. Is this the same game state? I don't actually know. God damn it. Should be fine. Yeah, that was a good run actually. Well, fairly good. But then it's just... it keeps comparing against my... best ever segments, and then that doesn't actually glitch. And it's actually, I want to compare against my personal best run. It's pretty fair of a person to want to do that if you're a speedrunner, but it doesn't really work. For some reason it just switches back constantly. I don't know why, I've never seen that with any other game. It's just JAZZPUNK does it. I wonder if there's maybe some metadata or some sort of line that presumes that you want to do that in the auto splitter. It's possible. The reality is I'm probably just hitting a hotkey that does it, and I don't know what the hotkey is. That just switches your segments. Like, those are not my best segments, and it fucks up the RTA as well.
The director will be right with
For
you.
some reason, I have no idea why that happens. Oh my god, so frustrating. As much as I love JAZZPUNK, the speedruns get quite frustrating, because you have only yourself to blame, and that is a good and bad thing. Yeah, long load because fun. All gets removed nowadays. It's all fine. Oh my god, just please, the clock, fucking useless, as Ian would call it.
Find the mailbox marked with chalk on it.
Don't boost me, that's not helpful. So, why is it doing this again, where it's comparing against RTA? Oh my god, the bread's broken. Right, that's it for JAZZPUNK. I can't be arsed anymore. Jesus Christ, everything is breaking there. What was wrong with it? I don't know. It's baffling. I'm not actually friends with you on Discord. That's crazy. Tipo. You should do more less known sections of speedrunning in Paint and Sand Red, like in Arena 1. Yeah, I might move on to Paint and Sand Red now, just because it's not because I really am that annoyed with JAZZPUNK. I'm just having a really bad day with it at the moment. Maybe it's not my day. It's a point where it just becomes not fun to continue, sadly. Okay. Paint the town red. It's got less followers than JAZZPUNK, that's crazy. On Twitch. Despite the fact that there's much less of a community around it nowadays. I suppose you can't really have a community around a game that doesn't have anything that's new that goes on in it. If that makes sense. Of course it makes sense, I don't want to patronise people. Okay. Get into some of this. Arena 1 is interesting. I used to speedrun Arena a bit, but then I got quite fed up with Arena 1 particularly because of the final wave challenge one, which is just... it's so cancerously annoying if you fail it. Obviously I don't want to make real world comparisons to cancer, that's horrible, but... the fact of the matter is, Arena 1's last wave is so luck-based, it is a joke. You just need to hope the barbells work out. There's no alternative strats you can use, it's just that or everything else is bad. Do a refresh run of this perhaps, yes. Okay, why did he not? Bruh. As you can tell, there's a refresher one. My Arena 1 personal best is, on PC is like 5:09 or something, or 5:18. I can't actually remember. I think I have an unrecord. I think I have a personal best which is not uploaded, so I didn't feel like I had any point, so it was still second place at the time. Now it's probably 5th place or something ridiculously bad, but you know, at the time. Yeah, at the time, you know. I'm not going to beat Snatch's or Desperate Woman's time on it, realistically speaking, because they're very good. I'm very lucky, but Arena is less luck on Arena 5 nowadays, weirdly. You need to just get the insta-kills and stuff. And that is kind of a skill-based thing. It's obviously fixed. It's predetermined. Get the net voxels in there, come on. Right, good sake. Arena 5 speedruns are pretty painful on console, I'd imagine, yeah. I think I had a brief go at it, it was really terrible. Just because the enemies are far too difficult to defeat if you're by yourself, unless you know about insta-kills, or if you've played far too much of the game. So yeah, it is a nightmare. Goodness me, that was a bad wave. What's wrong with me? Can't even remember the strats for some of these. The shifts next we got. Oh, boxer. There's the shifts. Shifts wave. There we go. We'll try and go for the saloon record after this, I think, for a little bit. I wonder why he was so stuck. Could have just jumped over them or something. Arena 1 reaction just speaks for itself how I enjoyed Arena. I think I remember yours. My first ever Arena speedrun was about 11 minutes, I think it's the world record at the time. Beating Rest's 31-minute speedrun or something like that. And I just said fucking finally at the end. Because I hadn't even like properly beaten it very much before that run. Can you? Are you serious? Are you joking? No, fortunately, it was only a practice. I'm not too bothered. Right, let's get normal life split up. Yeah, you mentioned your comparison videos. I have to think about it a bit more carefully. I'm trying to discuss it with the other mods, but they haven't responded to me yet, which is fair enough. People do have lives. That's fine. Come on. So I'm just changing some buttons. Now we can go. How about that? Through it. Tons of people flying upstairs, of course. And very good shots at the start. Time didn't start, that's grand. Saloon isn't that bad. I think it's pretty alright, Saloon. I think Saloon's got a bit of the X factor that Prison has, where it's actually kind of fun to speedrun it just because of the arcadey sense. I do not understand the fun in speedrunning Disco anymore. It's so bloody stupid. It just annoys me so much. It is a required step on the road to 100% victories. Wait, where is the saw? I swear the guy did not do it. Yeah, he died immediately, of course. I should just listen out. I have actually got the kill sounds on. That would be fine. Alright, whatever. How did I miss that? The most rudimentary throw ever. Yeah, that's a good dessert move. Oh man! Soul food found. Please! Why is it so hard to pick up weapons in this game? Ugh. Right. Yes, the ragtime piano on Saloon is pretty good, actually. With me, the whole OST has got a bit old because I've played so many hours of the game and speedrun it a bunch, so I just don't really have it on, but for many, many players that will become... it won't get old, and I completely appreciate that is the case. It's an excellently made OST. I imagine that I'm as tired of it now as, well, probably not as, but still close to being as tired as Jeff Van Dyke is, as he admitted in the Q&A. And I'm sure many music creators are for their games. It's probably not uncommon. Oh my god, really? Got a nice boost there. Not that I needed anything of the sort, but... good run, but it's not very close to being record, sadly. There's no one upstairs, actually. I'm just getting screwed over by the AI downstairs. Not actually that bad, but there we are. 6 hours a day of prison, my word. Crazy, man. The world record is 126.533, I believe. So that was quite far off, as you see. By the time I got to 10 enemies, it was looking close, but the last bit went quite wrong. My personal best is 130. I got that in a stream a couple of weeks ago, I think. At the time, I believed it was closer to the world record than it actually was, which is funny, but it was pretty annoying at the time to realise. Damn it, what am I doing? Yeah, I mean, this is one of the problems of university. I basically don't have any free time at all, but I'm still making some to try and play games because I really like them, and it's quite relaxing and fun to just get on stream and talk to people about them. It's a great shame in many ways that I have technically no free time at all, but I'm still making some. Because you have to do that to some extent, don't you? Oh, for God's sake, come on. How come you have less time on weekends? Do you work weekends by any chance? I think I might die if I had to work weekends as well as doing university all week. In many ways, it'd be nice to make content creation my job, but it's just not possible with my current interests and current appreciation of the algorithms being 0. Oh god, move. That needs to be more kills, I think that's basically it. Yeah, that's annoying. It used to be really good. They do make laughably unpopular content, yes, as I claim to do so. And it's pretty true, because a lot of the active Paint and Sound Red community do take an interest in my videos, which is very kind of them. Beyond that is basically not anyone, which is, it's okay. I'm pretty happy about that, really, because I'm making things that I enjoy for people who enjoy it. And I'm not just making documentaries that are pointless, that ram content down people's throats that they don't want to see, just to get views. I think that's a really unfun way of having YouTube, because if you can do it full time, then you're really passionate about it. That's great, but it isn't much better than doing a proper sort of like industrial job. If you know what I mean. If you like doing that, then fine. It's a very philosophical conversation, but you know what I mean. That would have been a good run if anyone was on low health at this point, but everyone's just completely uninjured and is just getting up from their shockwaves. Oh my god! Just shoot correctly, what's wrong with me? Oh my god, man. It's really bad upstairs. We might want to salvage it with an amazing downstairs, as I usually have to say. Oh, for God's sake, why? Okay, what the hell are these groups? Baffling. A couple of people still upstairs. PS5 and PS4 difference is crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to investigate it. Again, I'm trying to talk to the other mods about it, but right now I've not got anything to report. So it's an interesting question. I don't know. One idea is to use the in-game time, which would be very different, because it would encourage people to set up things before the run starts, which would mean that doing attempts would be extremely slow and tedious. People might prefer it, I really have no idea. It's one of the only console runners, and you're very welcome to chime in. What do you think we should do about it? That's terrible. Dude, when enemies fall over and get blocked, everyone in their path, it does really piss me off. Can I just cut through them more easily? It's not happening. Good AI pattern on this attempt. It's very unusually good, but it might not really matter. Yeah, what is that? Like, I mean, how are they all alive? Why are they all alive? Why are there so many people upstairs still? I killed everyone upstairs and anchored everyone. If you had just started speedrunning, I probably wouldn't have cared, but I put a lot of time in. Yeah, this is the thing about speedrunning, it becomes partier. It's a bit like football or something similar. You do commit a lot of time as speedrunners to getting the very best runs we can, and then it's upsetting if there's anything that makes that go wrong. So as someone who does moderate the page, I want to come up with a good solution, but it seems very difficult. I did not anticipate that page tournament would not work on certain consoles as well as it does on others. I mean, that's just pathetic, really, isn't it? If there were loads of runners, it would make sense to have a PC, PS4 board and a PS5 board. But because there's only about 5 or 6 people who do runs ever, it really doesn't make any sense to have that, because everyone would just have their own world records and it would be pointless. Particularly because the only other console runners run on Xbox, so it's not even like a difference of PlayStations. I'm sure Xbox One and Xbox S and everything like that will have exactly the same issues. What is this pattern? Jesus. 215 biker bar. I suppose on console it just mirrors the PC strats very similarly, but you have to think about the aggros a bit more carefully. Okay, what? No one's even trying to stop me? What's upstairs? What's that? Oh, you are, but you're just going to take a little bit longer for a laugh, and then stop me from getting out of that room, of course. But I've been so foolish. How would you like your speedrun, sir, with the apocalypse finish? Oh, there's loads of people stuck on the stairs again. How does that happen so much nowadays? I swear that never used to happen. Maybe it's just shockwaves that do it. Goodness me, what on earth? There are like 2 people still fighting over there. I aggroed all of them. That's really good for console, you're right. I remember people thinking it was impossible to get sub 2. I think we slowly began to realise it would happen someday, even before shockwaving was a big thing. That's terrible. Requires so many attempts to get this kind of record. It's a special record, it requires a lot. God, man, it's milliseconds away. Why can't I just shoot through the banister? It's a gun. Unreasonable complaints about the game there. There is a game I want to learn, speedrun, called Quadrilateral Cowboy. It looks very similar to Panzer Red in terms of the art style. The gameplay is nothing like it at all, but it's... I don't really understand what the game is. I played the introduction, and it seems to be like you do some sort of heist. But beyond that, it seems very, very confusing. Potentially a good run if the shockwaves can just collaborate a little bit. Right now it's not happening at all because, I don't know... fucking Jesus Christ, that was looking really good. Hi Dragoix, very, very nice to see you again. Of course, doing some saloon runs at the moment. Just basic, good old-fashioned speed running of the game. So far I've not got anything good, but we'll get there. Or maybe we won't. I'm not absolutely sure. It's hard to say with this game. Oh, come on, give me another kill. That would have been really good if I had like killed everyone with that, but not quite. Yes, the beneath class modifiers category isn't actually very fun to run in my opinion, just because of the way that it works. It's just a bit different than the scenarios. It doesn't have a unique selling point, if you like, in a business studies terms. I'm sure that's not the actual reason. I'm sure it's just because it's quite hidden among other stuff. And doesn't have as quick of a run as any modifiers, or as simple of a run as Gunshow. So it requires you to learn essentially a new route if there's not one that already is obvious. That works with the main game as well. What the fuck? Okay, I think that's everyone upstairs. That's actually a good RNG. But it took me 10 seconds longer than it normally does, so not. People over here, please. Oh, that was good. That was really nice. It's not going to be good enough, but what? How close was that? Not bad. That was really close. I didn't think that was going to be it because of the last shockwave being so bad. That was a really good. I got a big drag on people. It's personal best 128. Not bad. Oh my god! You're so lucky, Tipo. I'm furious with that one. Should have been it. Oh well. What the? Literally, he's gonna run Saloon right afterwards. It's gonna be like when runners you just see them booting up the game after you break the records. Oh no, I'm in danger. Can you actually fuck off? That outlaw character is so frustrating in the speedrun because he just runs directly downstairs and beats the shit out of you immediately, like he knows exactly what just happened and where it's come from and exactly who to fight. Obviously that's just the AI, the way it works, it's fine, but it's still very annoying. Oh my god, this knife on this table, just among other hundreds of plates and things, it is quite a chore to get it. What? That's gonna be it. Saloon needs to be in maintenance, but Steam just shuts down all of the game servers. Even your ability to play it locally, like it's not possible anymore. I'm just gonna pirate the game. No, not really, I'm not gonna do that. Never seen that before. It's not it. Yeah, I'm afraid to say that if you wanted to type rip run for all of these, it would be a lot of rip runs. Not that you shouldn't do that necessarily, but it would be a tremendous amount of effort on your part. Because you just cycle through a hell of a lot of runs in this category. This category of beating with one level. What? Oh my god, how did it fall over there? So far away from the gap. The movement bugs in this game are just unbelievable. Oh my god, I get so fed up with misfiring the hits and everything. Where has it gone that time? Maybe the sword falling through the hole isn't that bad on the console for some reason, I don't know why. So one of the things that can cause that to happen is if you knock the guy over and then he drops the weapon because he's not a boss character or doesn't hold on to it, or set to be able to hold on to the weapons. Oh god. Then if you kill him completely, the sword obviously drops, and occasionally that does happen. I don't think it happens that much when you kill him, weirdly. When he dies, he kind of just falls out, like slumps over and the sword's just next to him. It's when you knock him over but don't completely kill him. It's weird that there are kind of 3 outcomes depending on the sort of wooden floorboards like that. Sorry, sneezed quite hard then. Where does he keep going? He can't be alive there. He would have chased me. He can't have. Sorry, he can't have not been staggered. That's what I mean. Maybe he was and just immediately left the room as quickly as possible. So this time he is still holding the saw and just got staggered. So he's going to be chasing me at some point. This becomes Liam Neeson. He literally will find me and will kill me. There it is. The saw. And more on you. Oh my god, why? This was actually looking quite good for a run, but it's completely failed here because of the way the stairs. Everyone got stuck there. That was bloody annoying. Once again, you just got staggered there rather than anything else. So. Oh, come on. But for some reason he's not come out. Okay, I don't know what to say about that one. I don't quite follow your last message, Creeper King. I'm not absolutely sure what you're saying, but I know what you mean about feeling about motivation. You useless boss. I can't hit. Yeah. Where is the saw? Why does he take so long to find me every time? You feel motivated to play when you can't actually play, like you don't have the time to, you don't have the ability to. Sure. Jesus Christ, the stair gang. A weapon to surpass, floor gang. An amazing group of people. I've got no power. Jesus. Yeah, I know what you mean about no ability. For some reason, Paint Red is a game that when you're faced with playing it, you do sometimes feel a bit hesitant. I think I'd rather play something else. That's sometimes my experience of it. Don't know if I actually killed the big prisoner there. No, I didn't. Great, I cut off his arms and he's just gonna stand there. You're not the boss of me. You can't tell me when to die and when to not die. Every time this pair of idiots just stand by this door and ruin everything. It's so frustrating. It's a separate aggro zone if nothing else. What? Okay, hang on. I'm so confused about what the hell the enemies have done this time. There's still people fighting upstairs again. Did make a joke about hoping for another scenario in that one, yes. I think people, it's not unreasonable for people to want another scenario by any means. I think it's a bit silly for people who play on the computer to want more scenarios, because there's 10,000 community levels backed up by a level editor that's really good. And people just say, oh, we want more scenarios, more official ones. But it's fine. They're not really, it's not really about making maps for the player to see. I mean, that's not really helpful for the developers to do. The canon was struck with 4 scenarios, and they added a 5th one for some reason, which is this one. It's a bit weird. I don't really know. But on console, it doesn't make a lot of sense because there's not actually that much content, really. How are you not dead? It's, of course, it happens to be the big stupid enemy that I have to start trying to find. Oh my god, this is just so tiring. Scenario only for console would be actually a really good idea. I think it's something that Tony's talked about is porting specific community levels over to the console, like certain ones, very popular ones, because it's not possible to implement the level editor in the workshop easily. And it certainly won't be done. Which is a good idea, but that hasn't happened. I don't imagine it will either, because he's now saying there won't be any further console updates of any note. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but that's the way it is. Fighting over here again, so unusual. God damn it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, if there are people upstairs, by the time I jump down, the run really is, it's unlikely to be recoverable because those people need to come down quickly. The only way we can avoid going upstairs altogether is by doing specific shockwaves and then hoping that people do all come down as a result of them. It's a bit like what we used to do on Bike Bar, and kind of still do to some extent as well. But it is super unreliable, super not worth it. I'm trying to lean my shockwave a bit closer to the exit door so that the people who are fighting over there all get aggroed and they don't usually, which is annoying. And this pair of idiots again. They ruin everything, those two. It's like the worst pair of people to be there, and they're not even always there is the worst part. So I can't really plan around it because anything I do could go wrong. I suppose you could maybe alter the route to go downstairs first. Oh my god! It would have been it anyway, but it's still annoying. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you for the follow at the original. No obligation to follow me as a streamer, particularly because I never intended to do one. I don't imagine I really will in the future either. It's nice to have people to talk to and things to keep your mind occupied a little bit while you're doing monotonous speedrunning like this. Of course, the results of speedrunning like this are amazing. You get incredible runs that are really honed. But in the meantime, you just do this hundreds of times, thousands of times even for most people. Doesn't always work out. Well, there are loads of people still upstairs. This is not going to go well. I might just reset actually if this isn't perfect downstairs. Yeah, that's just not good enough. Oh yeah, I've choked millions of speedruns, I suspect at this point. I've choked JAZZPUNK runs millions of times. I've choked a number of Paint and Sound Red runs. One time, on 100% personal best, I did genuinely die to the last enemy on Saloon, which is the last level in the 100% run, as you know. Literally, the last enemy who was alive. It was so frustrating. I can't believe I got over it. But a few days later, I posted an even better time, so it's not too bad. And the problem with speedrunning is you've got to really pick yourself up. But like today, I essentially just rage quit JAZZPUNK because I'm having too many problems with it, but I will be back to that, obviously. That's not it, by any means. Come on, 9 left, 9 left, 9 left, please. Where? Oh my god, they're in this room, of course they are. I didn't do perfect upstairs. And then what? Oh, they're fighting by those stairs. God damn it. Alright, fantastic. That looked like it was going really well. But actually people were just hidden everywhere. Oh my god. Just start, timer. That. Okay, why? How does that keep happening? I should just be able to run past them, but it doesn't work. Jesus, he's done it again. Where is the saw? Where is it? Oh my god, I'm getting fed up with this now. Nothing is even getting close at the moment. It's ridiculous. Alright, I have a couple more attempts and then we'll have to end the stream. It's not been my day with getting even particularly... I got one attempt that was very close to the world record, 2 seconds off. But beyond that, it's been so bad. Like, I've not had a single really amazing shockwave other than on the world record. The world record pace. But then the ending wasn't that good, so... Okay, God. No, so many people left alive. Why? The Katana boss, yeah, it's very weird the way he occasionally just moves so forcefully into the player. It's very annoying. No power. I definitely share your pain about Disco just falling apart because the people pushing into walls, definitely. Because sometimes in this game the luck isn't really with you, and then that happens, and it just becomes utterly infuriating. You think everything is against you. At least that's what I do. It's not the case, obviously, but it's still very annoying. Some sick decapitation there. Don't get those very much anymore. Hates the enemy body build-up thing. It doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, that killed nobody, that shockwave. That was every player on the map essentially next to me, and I just got about 6 of them. Tipper's a proper pair. Can't disagree with you. God damn it. Final attempt. I absolutely promised it. Imagine if it's this one. Final attempt of the stream, I should say. Not ever. Oh my god, it is the 2 buffoons again who have ruined the whole run. How do they do it every time, you might be wondering? Don't know. Still haven't worked that one out. No, that's not going to be continuable, sadly. Might as well finish. I don't know if everyone's going to be rude. What's going on with that? Everyone's just fucking not done. It's a surprising amount of people still up here, actually. Thought a shockwave though. Didn't. obviously. Oh my god, why is it only chairs and mothballs that break immediately? It's just pathetically weapons you have available, other than the knives on saloon. Okay, this saloon do 5 disco runs? Okay, I'll tell you what, that's fine, we'll do that. Not because it's necessarily a good idea, but I will have a go. This disco is just, oh man, it just annoys me so much. We'll do it though, for a laugh. Sorry, I don't mean to say it's not a good idea, it is pretty fun. In a weird way. Okay, that's already run dead. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible to not have fun on disco, it's just sometimes I don't, so... I personally consider it to be very difficult and taxing, and not fun, particularly and far too luck-based to get much sense of achievement from, even though I haven't had a world record on disco in about 5 years, and I haven't had a even close to world record for several years as well. What the fuck is wrong with the people who come up to this office? That's the other thing that really annoys me about this game. And that's... the katana broke so quickly. Oh my god. How is his hits recharged like that? What the hell? It's so frustrating, the chair. How do people enjoy this level? I mean, Tipo, massive respect to you, man. I do not understand how you would enjoy this. That's incredible. Simply sensational. That broke in one hit. That knife broke in one hit, and the other knife is nowhere to be seen. How? Oh yeah, no, it's very much worth restarting. I hoped it might be possible to continue somehow, but... Where is the cleaver? I think it's vanished. Has it vanished again? No, it's in the wall. How is he not dead? How is he not dead? How is he not dead? Jesus Christ. Final run of this go, actual. The fuck is wrong with the knife? It doesn't go into the ground properly, and I'm outside the wall. That's amazing. And there's hundreds of people in the office. Ooh, just strap for the cleaver then. You throw it into a particular part of the wall. There we go, there's your run. 108. Pretty terrible in terms of world record pace, but it's not bad at all, really. Usually takes 10 or 11 runs to get that sort of thing, that sort of pace. It's on PC for me anyway, I'm sure it's very different. Different platforms, different consoles and everything, different players. Throw it on top of the roof in the room below. Oh, you mean like it to go through the floor? Does that really save any time? Kind of curious how you said that. You can pick it up through the floor, can you? How would you remember where it was? I hate the bodyguards so much. Oh my god. Oh, like, oh yeah, sorry, no, that's very sensible. How did I not think about that? I don't know for fuck, it's nice. I don't know for sure where it's gone, but it's somewhere. And it's probably somewhere here, right? Where's it gone? It's how is this better? I'm so sorry. Close closer to the door, so you're nearer to the clan boss. Well, this door. What do you mean this door? Then it ends up... Oh, there! That's certainly better. If it's consistent. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. No, that is better. Sorry for being skeptical, that's very good. Okay, actual final run. Just because I'm curious about the extractor. And nobody's run into the office, which is, well, fuck you then. Nobody had run into the office before he said that. What the hell? Oh god, I hate knives. Fuck you! Why do you not give me any RNG, pimp? You never ever ever die. Amazing. That sums up my evening very well. I do have a VODs channel actually, I just haven't uploaded the VODs yet. I basically uploaded a load of crap on there that people aren't that interested in it until I started uploading VODs. I've only uploaded the first VOD of this period of streams so far. The main thing you want to verify is your prison gun check. Don't worry, I'll get to them. It would help if the others did verifications too, but they very infrequently do, so it might take a bit of time, sorry if that's the case. I do what I can. It sometimes isn't the best. Alright, I will see you guys soon. Thank you very much for joining in the stream. I'm very tired all of a sudden as well, so I'm going to head off. And thank you very much again. I'll see you soon. It is pretty cool you can verify your own run. If you're the only moderator, then it's pretty much you have to, but yeah, goodbye. Thank you very much.